Hey guys, what is up? It is Mike from the Battle Nations Bros here, and today we will be bringing you a top 10, but this top 10 is going to be the top 10 best frontline units. So we're changing it up a little bit today. We just want to bring you something that you haven't seen before, kind of change it up, get some originality in there, and we know this is pretty important because frontline units can be pretty hard to come by if you don't know what to use. So we're just going to show what's the best in our opinion, and yeah guys, let's get to the video. Starting out at number 10, we have the Riot Trooper. Now, we're also going to be including some lower level units in this countdown, just to be fair to some of our lower level viewers. So, yeah, at number 10, we have the Riot Trooper. Now, the Riot Trooper does not boast a lot of damage. It does 5 to 6 times 3 damage, and even at the lowest of levels, that's basically nothing. Its main purpose is just to get in the way and sort of protect all those other units, like your troopers and whatnot. So, it also at rank 2 unlocks another attack, which is a little bit more helpful, called the Shield Bash. And the Shield Bash basically is just a stunning move. It always stuns, which is very good at lower levels to isolate some units. So yeah, we just wanted to discuss the Riot Troop because it's basically the first meat shield you can get, and so yeah, it's pretty important.
Alright guys, coming in at number 9 is the Peacekeeper. Now the Peacekeeper you unlock at level 36. And when I was around those levels, back when I was terrible, one of the worst players ever, this was my main meat shield, probably up until level 50. Trust me, I used to be terrible, but I turned things around. Anyways, its first attack, does 49 to 60 damage, and that basically puts the person in jail. Doesn't actually kill them, technically. That's the only attack that can kind of take away a unit off the board, besides the stun attack. Other than that, it really can't actually kill a unit, which is one disadvantage of it, but this does decent damage, especially for your level 99 to 121, and like I said, it goes down, and at some points it can't even do any damage because your opponent's health is too low. And now this is a tear gas. Basically it's an automatic chance to stun, I think. Not sure about it. Anyways, it stuns most of the time if it doesn't yeah, affect stun. Chance 100%. There you go. So yeah, two pretty good attacks. The reason we had it in there is because it's a good mid-level meat shield and it deserves to be noticed. So yeah, basically that's
Number
it.
8, we have the Peacemonger. Now, the Peacemonger is basically an upgraded version of the Peacekeeper, very similar in name, very similar in style. This was originally a promotional unit. It's actually very good. It has 5 different attacks. I can't go over all those right now, but basically they're just better versions of the Peacekeeper's attack. So instead of just a regular baton, it's an electrified baton. And so this has mustard gas instead of stunning gas. It's pretty much a pretty buffed version of the Peacekeeper, and some people still like to use it because of its many resistances that it has, and its relatively high defense, and it's just pretty good attacks. So yeah, this is an overall pretty good unit, pretty good meat shield as well. It can't deal out major amounts of damage, but that's alright, because its main purpose is being a meat shield, and it does a pretty good job at that.
On our content is the Super Tank. Now, this is basically the lower level version of a Mega Tank. So it's pretty good for levels starting at like 40 to mid 50s, high 50s. Basically, it has 2 attacks that you can unlock. One's a tank shell. At rank 1, base damage of 100, max damage of 150. And at rank 6, it can go up 150 at the base damage to a 225 max damage. So it only has a 5% chance of crit, which is not that much, but still has a chance to crit, so that's not bad. The second attack on the Super Tank, it's like a machine gun, so it's at base damage at rank 2, which is when you can unlock this attack. It's base of 13, max of 15 times 3. And at rank 6, max rank, it has a base damage of 18 and a max of 21. So that attack's not great, but if there's a opponent with extremely low health, then you know you can just use that attack to take it down. Now, it does have a lot of HP, especially if you're in the level 40s or low 50s. At rank 6, that's 850 HP, and the ratio of armor to HP is 510 to 34. 510 being the HP, 340 to being the armor. So it's a really good it's a really good meat shield for the mid levels. And it does not take that much SP at all to rank up, at least to rank 5. Rank 6 is going to be a little tougher for the low levels. So all in all, pretty good meat shield for the mid levels. And we didn't have any super tanks, so I just thought I'd read off some stats for you guys.
Veteran. Now, the veteran basically makes it here not because of its high health and armor, because it actually has no armor, but because of its high dodge and its high defense.
Very impressive.
Yes, I actually ranked these up to rank 6, one of my very few maxed units. I'm very proud of them.
Michael, I'm really proud of you.
Wow, thanks, Steven. Yeah, I use them all the time in Sentinel fights right in the front row. Very handy for that because they dodge all the time. And even if they do get hit, they have many resistances, which makes sure that they don't get usually crit, which is actually very good. But they're a little bit higher on our list, mainly just because they lack armor. So yeah, the veteran is very useful. I highly recommend ranking them up before you rank up many other units. But
that's definitely false, but whatever he says.
They're very important units, just believe me.
Guys, now up to our top 5. To kick us off is the Elemental Troop. Basically, the reason that this troop, we had it so high on the list, or relatively high on the list, for a unit that's not a tank or a wall, is because it has great resistances. First of all, from fire damage only takes 50%, from explosive damage only takes 50%, and from piercing damage it only takes 75%. And also that's true for armor too. For fire it only takes 25%, and from explosive damage only takes 25%. So basically this unit is great to put in the front row because most units aren't good against it except for a couple different comms, like the Raider Champion. Its attack, it can almost one-shot all the armor off of it and completely expose the troop. But other than that, it's got great resistances and it's got some nice attacks. Especially this freeze attack, the one that can hit multiple units. You can combine that with a couple of other units' attacks, such as the Tank Crusher's melee attack or the legendary Mammoth Roar. So it's a really nice unit to have. So I definitely recommend investing your nanopods in this as a meat shield.
Our 4th unit on the countdown is the Plasma Tank. Now the Plasma Tank is 4th for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's immune to Frozen and Flammable, which is actually very important because those 2 status effects are pretty devastating to many units and can be a major problem when fighting.
Definitely a major problem, Michael.
Yes, they are. Another key thing to know about the Plasma Tank, it has huge amounts of hit points and huge amounts of armor, and can also dish out some pretty good damage. Now, for a meat shield, that's pretty good. What you're going to want to look for is a lot of health, and then you're also going to be looking for immunities and then some okay damage, which this Plasma Tank pretty much offers all in the same package. So we're just going to show how it gets hit here. As you can see, its armor is great for avoiding those bullet-based attacks, mainly by many of these units that we come up against. There's some explosive damage, doing very minimal damage to this the Plasma Tank, as you can see here. Now, some people would argue that this is better than the Mega Tank. There are some different videos out there that talk about this. But in our personal opinion, the Plasma Tank definitely is the 4th, mainly just because there are some other units with a little bit more advantages, so we just wanted to show you here. It took some damage there, but it's all right good.
And at number 3 on our countdown is the Electric Fence. Now, basically, this is one of the new units released in the 4.0 update. And what's really nice about it isn't a normal unit, but it can also attack, unlike the portable wall. So for example, let's just throw 3 out. Mine are actually ready to be promoted to rank 4. I've been working on them over Double SP weekend, so I just haven't been able to do that yet since I have promoted my ETs. So let's just do this for now. I don't really know why I threw it in AJ, but I felt like it. So basically at rank 3, which is what they are right now, they have a total of 900 HP, which is really nice. And as you can see, yeah, they're good and they can attack. They attack across 3 rows. And they also have a really good chance to stun. Let's look into that real quick. Basically, Their chance of stun is 70%, and it's for 3 turns, which is really nice. And that's one good thing to have, especially when you want to throw out a wall, and throw out something else that will attract damage from other of your units that you do not want to be attacked. And as you can see, this melee damage that these Raptors are doing is doing absolutely nothing to these electric fences. That's one of the good things about it. It has some nice resistances. You can also see it does some nice damage right there, just to 209. So let's just take a look at a little bit of what kind of resistances it has. If I can get this thing to it. Alright, there we go. Alright, so some real quick facts right there. As you can see, for base, defense, fire takes 50%, explosive takes 95%, cold 80%, piercing 20%. Also look at the armor, piercing 20. Pretty much similar. You can just look at that for yourself. So you can see it's really nice.
And 2 last things to add, Steven. The electric fence also boasts many immunities. It's immune to almost everything, actually. But, yeah, that's also very important to mention. And also important to mention is that it has 1,000 bravery, which means it cannot be suppressed, which is also very important.
Alright, thanks for interrupting me. Alright, so I definitely recommend investing in the electric fence as one of your meat shields.
The runner-up for best meat shield in the game is the portable wall, for many reasons. Mainly because the portable wall is above the electric fence in our countdown, because it can be unlocked at a much lower level. The portable wall is unlocked at level 35, meanwhile the electric fence is unlocked at level 66, and they're both very similar in nature. Also, the portable wall is immune to everything except acid and cold, while the electric fence is not immune to fire damage, which is just a little bit of a difference, but it can make a pretty big impact in the long run. It also boasts massive amounts of HP, especially at rank 6, which has 1,090 HP totally combined. Now, we're just going to show off how this responds to some of these hits here. Just throughout a sentry, just a miscellaneous unit. Okay, that really did nothing at all. Although, unlike the electric fence, it can be suppressed, which is, it's alright, but mainly just because it doesn't attack. I really wish they would hit me. This is kind of annoying, but that's alright.
Hey Mike, did you mention the fact that it can be got at lower levels that you can get it?
Yes, I did. It can be unlocked at level 35.
I wasn't paying attention because I really don't care about your parts of the video.
Oh, that really hurt my feelings. So you can see the portable walls responded well to those bullet-based attacks, and they respond well to basically any attacks. If the enemy units wanted to target this, they're pretty afraid of the portable wall's power. They're really going after this weak sentry here. But you get the point. The portable wall is great at all levels, and at higher ranks, it boasts massive amounts of combined HP, making it our runner-up for the best unit.
Alright guys, we are excited to bring to you our #1 meat shield that you can get in Battle Nations. So let me hear it, guys. As you can hear all our fans in the background cheering our names. So without further ado, let's get to it. So in this video, our #1 meat shield is the Mega Tank. Bang, 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 bang. Now my Megas are rank 6. So the reason that we have the Mega Tank as our #1 meat shield in our countdown is as a nice combination of power, HP, and defense. Especially at max rank 6, which if I have not already stated, mine are max rank. Unlike Michael's, rank 5. anyways, you know, this is just a great meat shield. And so basically, as we'll see here, you can do a nice amount of damage. Real quick, let's get into some resistances. First, let's look real quick. Defense, crushing attack. It only takes 50% of crushing attack. Piercing attack, it takes 75. So that's why it's good too. And also for armor, it takes 25% crushing, 75% fire, and 25% piercing. And so all in all, this is just a great unit. If you're gonna invest your nanopods in a meat shield, this should be the one to do, and make sure you rank these bad boys up, because these things are amazing, as I experienced at rank 6. Unlike Michael, who cannot experience the full out greatness of this unit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We put a lot of hard work into it. We hope that hopefully you agree with some of the units that we put in their places, and if you don't, let us know what you think. Feel free to comment. Please rate, subscribe, like. Let us know what you want to see. We'll be bringing out some PvP. Goa is having an inter-guild tournament, so we'll bring you some action of that. Check back at the channel for more videos. So it's been the Battle Nations Bros. I'm Steven.
And I'm Mike.
And we're out.